Okay, dokie. So we are live, and you can still hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, I can hear you loud and clear. Very nice. Welcome to Holistic Conversations, and welcome home again. I'm so happy and grateful to you for really reaching out and sharing this idea that we are going to talk about love and friendship
On Valentine's Day. What could be more perfect?
Welcome. And I just got to know that it is your birthday month, and last week was your birthday.
Yes, it was. And I had a
So how about I sing you a little happy birthday?
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Val. Happy birthday to you.
And many more. Yay!
Yeah. Keep spreading your smile. Keep sharing your love. Same.
What a pleasure. Because every day, I just think more and more, love is the only answer. To just about anything. And I know, some people will say we're being naive, but when you look at even the chemistry of love and the brain waves of love, and it's very important to try to remain loving.
Yes, you are right.
So, that said, I think we should sing a little song by a woman whose name is Alina Celeste. And I love Alina Celeste. She is an artist from the Chicago area. She works with her significant other is Hamlet. What's he going? Hamlet, mi amigo Hamlet. So they do a lot of bilingual stuff. No, a lot of bilingual songs. But this song to me is just the perfect little love song, and I want to sing it too. Yes, and Silly Goose wants to help. You're sure? Really, I'm good. Okay, so let me. I have a chair, my invisible chair. I'll move that over there.
Okay.
That's and Silly Goose, you're ready? I am ready because I love this song. Okay. I'm gonna there they go. Oh, hello, Mommy.
Hello, silly goose.
It's nice to see you. It is good to see her. You're gonna sing Alina Celeste, love this? Yes, you start the music. I will start the music right over here on the magic music box. There we go. It's such a simple song, and I love it so much. About love for everyone. Oh, if I had a milkshake, oh yeah, I'd share it with you. Oh, thank you. And if I had some money, yes, I'd give you some of that too. Oh, sweet. 'Cause love. Now that's you and me. Yes, love. Now that's you and me. Oh, if I had a cookie, oh yeah, I'd give you a bite. Oh, and if you had a tummy ache, oh, I'd stay up with you all night. Thank you, 'cause love. Oh, that's you and me. That's true. Yes, love. That's you and me. Well, if you had a headache, I'd make your chicken soup delicious. And if you had a cold in your nose, I clean up all of your goop. Oh, thanks. 'Cause love. Yeah, that's you and me. Oh, yes, love. How that feels. Yeah, that's her. We don't say it that way, yes. That's you and me. Oh, thank you for letting me feel my song. May I go rest now? You may rest. Here you go. You sit down.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
She could go forever, but I'm having a little carpal tunnel issues.
Yes, how's it going now? How do you feel?
Well, going pretty well. I've tried acupuncture and I've tried red light therapy and I'm sleeping with a brace, but it's just, you use it a lot. After, I'm 73, so it's been 40 years of abusing my hand. I think it's finally telling me, you know what, you need to take it a little easier.
It's all love's labor, It's never lost.
It is. It's very hard. It's very hard to not do it. I have a larger puppet that's a little easier to work. And I left her. She's out in my car. So, but yes, love. I try to spread love wherever you go. Look, wait. Here's what I found.
Yeah.
Can you guess what that is? That's me. That's me.
Is that you?
That's me at about 30-something. At school.
Wow.
It's so young.
You know what? I see the same enthusiasm now as well. And I saw the same enthusiasm in the library as well.
Yeah. And their piano in one hand, and this was back in the 90s. I was one of the first people right down in this there. That's a Kauai sequencer, which was one of the first ones that was out, and it was mechanical. It's not like the computer that does everything. You turn a little dial, and I'm their piano over here in the sequencer. It's on stage. Oh, it was so much fun. We would do programs where every class would come on and do a song in the middle of a play. It was a 6th grade play that we all wrote, and then each class. It was so much fun doing that.
Wow.
A lot of love. I'm going to sing you another song.
Yeah.
And this song, one of my favorites. A lot of people know this. I sing this song I do a lot of work sometimes at special education schools. And so something called Ridge Ruxton School, close to me. And one of the workers there was from Jamaica. I sang the song. She went, I know that song. We used to sing it every morning at school before we started.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. The song was written by Malvina Reynolds. Now, Malvina Reynolds, I don't know if anybody in your fan club will have seen the program Weeds. There was a program on television called Weeds. It was about weed. Anyway, the theme song was called Little Boxes. Little boxes, little boxes, little boxes made a ticky tacky. It was written by Malvina Reynolds. It was a great songwriter. Okay. She wrote this song, Magic Penny, and it's about a magic penny that if you spread it, it grows. But if you keep it to yourself, there you go. You can hear that, right?
I can hear. Would you check your volume? Maybe you can increase your volume, or is it full?
Let me ask you, volume for music and both? Or just for one of them?
Music also a little more volume and your vocal as well. If you can increase both of them.
Let's see how that. Let's stop that. Is that a little better?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Oh, love is something if you give it away, you end up having more. Sing with me. Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Oh, love is something if you give it away, you end up having more. It's just like a magic penny. Hold it tight and you won't have any, but lend it, spend it, you'll have so many. They'll roll all over the floor. For love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Oh, love is something if you give it away, you end up having more. Money doesn't have magic in it, The things we buy might break in a minute, but love's a circle, so let's begin it and send it all over the world. For love is something if you give it away. Sing it, give it away, give it away. Oh, love is something if you give it away. You end up having more. You end up having more. You end up having more.
Wow.
Isn't that
Isn't that true?
Yeah.
Isn't that true?
Well, it is true. It's one of the few things that well, someone used to express it. They were saying that love and faith are like an artesian well. Do you know what an artesian well is? An artesian well is one that sits dug into the ground, and the more water you take out of it, the more that comes in. If you don't take water out of it, the water will stop coming in. So that's sort of what love and music and all those good things are about. You got to use them, and they grow. Now, no other. Let's.
So it's such a meaningful song, you know, the song that you sang, it is so meaningful. It is so meaningful.
It is.
It has got a deep message for everybody.
Yeah. I love the line. The second verse, Money Doesn't Have Magic in It, was written by Malvina Reynolds' daughter, whose name is Nancy Schimmel. Whew, I'm glad I remembered that. Nancy Schimmel, a wonderful woman. She lives out in California. And she added that second verse. Money doesn't have magic in it.
Wow.
The things we buy might break in it. But spend it, no. Love's a circle. So let's begin it. And spread it from door to door. I said let's spread it from door to door for loves. I really love it. Do I have another love song? Oh,
I remember your
another
song last time you sang. Also, I heard it in library. It was called Love Bugs.
Oh, yes.
Love Bugs. I want to listen to that again.
Okay, I've got it right here. Okay, Love Bug, which came. I guess I just decided to write a song about a love bug. I think that's how I wrote that. And it was nominated to be the best song like 2015 by the Roundhouse Glass Awards. I can't remember the name of it, but I was very excited that it was nominated for something. So here. I have a fun video of this someplace. You take your mama's hand and you spin her around. You lift her up if you can, and then you put her back down. You hug her tight, with all your might. You do the love. You take your daddy's hand and you spin him around. You lift him up if you can, and you put him back down. You hug him tight, with all your might. You do the love bug. Pick your baby up and rockin' and a rollin', swaying and a reelin'. What a happy feeling! There is nothing like it when you take your tight and rock it, roll it, drop it, roll it. Love your baby, don't mean maybe. Ow! You take your mama's hand and you spin her around. You lift her up if you can, and then you put her back down. You hug her tight, it makes you smile with all your might. You do the love bug. You take your daddy's hand and you spin him around. You lift him up if you can. You put him back down. You hug him tight. He's heavy. With all your might. You do the love bug. Pick your baby up and any way that you can. Show him that you love him. Hugging and a snuggling. Give a little bear hug to your little love bug. Kiss him, squeeze him, giggle, tickle, laugh and wiggle. Oh yeah. You take your baby's hand and you spin her around. You lift her up 'cause you can, and then you put her back down. You hug her tight too. With all your might, you do the love bug. Play your air guitars. Yeah. That's the guitar going. Come on. Last time. Take your baby's hand. You take your baby's hand and you spin her around. You lift her up 'cause you can, and then you put her back down. You hug her tight with all your might. You do the love bug. the love bug. You do the love bug. Love bug. Oh.
That was fun.
I'm back.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Did your screen go blank for a minute there? That was interesting.
I think your screen was frozen and then whatever.
Yeah.
We are back. We are back. We are back.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just worked up a little bit.
Tell us more. Tell us more. Tell us more about friendship and how have you been working through that, reaching out to kids and spreading the words and the message. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, COVID certainly put a dent in everyone's attempt at friendship, and people got unused to being with one another. And I sort of noticed that when we first went back to live shows, children weren't really aware that you could hear them and see them, that it was not Zoom, that we were in the same room. But now we seem to be getting back a little bit more to normal. And I just, as a friend, John Kinderman Taylor was a wonderful fellow here in Baltimore. Big, huge, 6'2" black man who was a dancer and a singer all through the 60s and 70s. And he started something called It's Dinner Time, which was the first local television show here. And he always said, you know, when we start these programs in school, you never know what that child has come from. So he would always start his program, with just big hugs and love, because as a teacher, you could change a child's day when they walk in your classroom, if they've come from being hungry or parents fighting or any of that stuff going on. So love is very important. And I have a song.
Yeah.
Now, I love this song. It's a song that came to me in the middle of the night, and I'm just going to sing it for you, and then we'll sing. I really do like this. It's called "Spread Love." Put love in your heart and love in your mind. Spread love in your. Here we go.
Let me
People
stand.
come.
Let me do it with you.
Wait, I've forgotten the words. Let me think. I'm going to stop that for a minute. People come in all different. And all shapes and sizes. There we go. That's what it is. All shapes and sizes. Now I got it. People come in all shapes and sizes. Some will walk, and some will run. Some will walk, and some will ride. But everyone needs some love inside. Put love in your heart. Put love in your belly. Spread love in your toast. Spread love with your jelly. Spread love everywhere that you can go. Put love in your heart and your mind. And then I thought, people come in different ages as well, right? Some are young, some are old, like me. You see the wrinkles?
What is it?
People come in all different ages. Some are young and some are old. Some move fast and some need slow, but everyone needs someone to hold. Put love in your heart, put love in your belly, spread love on your toast, spread love on your belly, spread love everywhere that you can find. Put love in your heart and your mind. You sing with me. La 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 la. Love in your heart and your mind. Well, I thought, yep, people come in all sorts of different shades and colors. Look how old that hand is, all spotty. Here we go. People come in all different colors. People come in all different shapes. Some are light and some are dark. But you know what? Everyone needs love in their heart. Put love in your heart. Put love in your belly. Spread love on your toast. Spread love in your jelly. Spread love everywhere that you can find. Put love in your heart and your mind and sing. La 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 la. Love in your heart and your mind. One more time. La 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 la. La 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 la. Love in your heart and your mind.
Yeah. Do you want to drink some water? You can drink some water.
Right here.
Yeah.
It's going very nicely. Silly Goose, do you feel like doing a song? Oh, what's the
Where's your silly goose?
Oh, no. Oh, she's a little upset. Are you upset? Oh, I fell down. You fell down? Oh my goodness, what are you doing? I jumped off.
Did she get enough rest? Is she ready for us now?
I am ready. We can do diddly-diddly-dee. Oh yes, diddly-diddly.
Okay, yeah.
I wrote it for, in honor of Ella Fitzgerald. She used to have a song that went, not diddly-dee, it went tweedly-tweedly-tweedly-dee. And I loved that song when I was young. So this is somewhat like her song, different melody, different chords, different chorus, but it's in honor of Ella Fitzgerald, who I just adored. She's a great jazz singer. If you don't know who she is, she's just wonderful. Okay, where is it? Let's see, can you find it? Oh, look for it. Where is it? We're looking for diddly diddly dee. That's not diddly down. It's diddly dee. There we go. You found it. You might need more there. Turn it up. Okay. I'm trying. Tell you what, I'll take care of that and you do the music. She is so slow when she goes to do that music. It takes her the longest. What are you saying? Nothing. Okay. She is so slow. You did say something. I said, I love the song. I don't think you said that at all. Here we go. You silly thing. Okay, here we go. You are so silly. I am. There we go. It's a quiet accompaniment. I like this song. I can't wait to start to sing. Time to start now. Okay. Diddly 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 dee. I'm as happy as me. Yes. Cause doodle 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 doo. I love you. I love you too. Yes. You're so cute and so funny. You make a rainy day seem sunny. And if you're sad or feeling blue, you know just what you gotta do. Call you up, give you a ring. To hear my voice makes her heart sing. Cause doodle doodle doodle, I love you. Oh, that makes me happy. Well, diddly 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 dee. I'm as happy as can be. Good. Cause doodle 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 doo. I love you. I love you too.
I love you too.
We do things all together. It doesn't matter what the weather. You clean your room. You take time to scratch my back. While you're scratching mine, doesn't matter where we are. If we're near or if we're far. Cause doodle doodle doodle, I love you. Oh. Can you sing with us? Turn to your child and say, diddly 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 dee. I'm as happy as can be. Cause doodle 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 doo. I love you. I love you too. I love you. I love you too. I love you too. Oh, I love you too. Thank you, silly goose. Oh, okay. I'm going to go sit again. You sit. You sit. We'll take a rest. Oh, okay. So, let's see. I am hardly hearing you, Mama Das.
You're not able to hear me? Okay. Are you
Yeah,
here
I
now?
think we. Yes, yeah, there we go.
Okay. I have something. I have someone with me. You know, it's my favorite character. But
Yes?
all my childhood, even now, I'm so crazy about my.
Oh, yes.
I love it.
Oh, we used to, my son, Mickey Mouse, we used to do Minnie Mouse.
See?
Okay, yes, oh, she's so big. Oh, hello there, Minnie Mouse. How are you? We gotta be careful with these Disney characters.
Minnie Mouse is doing absolutely fine. And Minnie Mouse is so excited to be here.
Oh,
Right?
she is.
Okay.
I will say, we have to be careful using Disney characters anytime when streaming, because they're very possessive about their characters. They don't like people.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, we have got real character. Somebody is creating silly goose.
yes,
So we are
yeah.
really, really happy about that. Something very creative, you know.
You can use her anytime you want. Kate Smalkin. Oh, that's her. Oh, yeah, my husband, that's my daughter. Just even though I put on Do Not Disturb, my husband's been a little bit under the weather, so we're just keeping an eye on him. Oh, would you like a story?
Story, yes, definitely. Why not?
Okay, yeah. Let me just answer this one little thing to my daughter because she's a little worried.
Sure.
So I will go over
If you have your friends, they are in the chat or in the live, you can attend to them. You can always answer to them.
Yeah,
if you want
I don't.
to. Yes.
Yeah. Right, I just forget. I'm live streaming right now. There they go. Oh, I love my daughter. And the talk about love now, because you have children and I have children.
Yeah.
And boy, does that multiply love like 6,000 times. You know, you love your children, and then you get to see your children and your children's children, and then their in-laws and everybody else. It's just this huge, wonderful family. I just love it. Okay, so a story. It's good for you.
Story. Yeah. Story.
This is a story. Wait a minute, I have to get. I'll be right back. Stay right there. Don't go.
Please.
Don't go away. I need my witches. My witches keep. This will do. Ooh. Yeah. That. Oh wow. Oh, it's very fancy. I think I made this a long time ago. I needed something that was rainproof. I was going to some sort of fancy thing. So I took a piece of material.
Whoa. Look at that.
Look at that.
You look
With
cool.
a little. It's very. So. The last woman in the United States who can actually sew. My mother gave us sewing lessons. I used to make all my clothing. All right. So this is the story of the Princess and the Witch. Now, a long time ago, and I believe it was in France, not sure, there was up on a beautiful hill a castle where the sun was always shining, and the gentle wind was blowing, and the pink and yellow and green flags just waved in. It was gorgeous. Now, in that same town, down a narrow little street. Oh, I forgot to tell you. And this princess, oh my goodness. She was so beautiful. She had long, curly black hair and beautiful brown skin. And she dressed really well. But more important than that, okay, she was a princess. She was pretty, but she was smart. She was strong. She was caring and sharing. And she had a very good sense of humor. So that's the princess. Well, in another little street, down a little narrow, there was a witch. And oh, I think I hear her coming.
I'm the witch. You know what I've always wondered? How come that princess is a princess and I'm a witch? I mean, what's the difference? Huh?
Well, the witch thought one day she would go to the princess's house and find out.
I'm gonna go find out.
And when she got to the princess's castle, she knocked on the door.
Knock, knock.
But there was no answer. So she knocked again.
Knock, 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 knock.
Still no answer. So she knocked again. Louder.
Knock, 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 knock.
And she burst through the door and she went right through the castle room. She pushed the princess off of her throne and she sat down. princess, being kind, caring, sharing, smart, and with a good sense of humor, looked at the witch and said, would you care for a cup of tea? And the witch said,
oh, tea, I love tea, I love tea. Oh.
And this is the part you would say with me. She took not 1 cup of tea, not 2 cups of tea, not 3 cups of tea, but 43 cups of tea. You want to say that with me? She took not 1 cup of tea, not 2 cups of tea, not 3 cups of tea, but 43 cups of tea, and she drank it. She spilled the rest.
Oh, look at that.
We never said thank you for the tea. But the princess, being kind, caring, sharing, with a good sense of humor, said to the witch, would you like a lump of sugar to go with your tea? And the witch said,
oh, sugar, sugar, sugar. I love sugar. Oh, I love it. With holes in my teeth. I love it.
And she took, ready, not 1 lump of tea, not 2 lumps of tea, not 3 lumps of tea, but 43 lumps of, did I say tea? Sugar, not 1 lump of sugar, not 2 lumps of sugar, not 3 lumps of sugar, but 43 lumps of sugar.
Oh, I love sugar. I love sugar. Makes me feel good fat and hurts my teeth.
The witch never said thank you for the sugar. But the princess, being kind, caring, sharing, very intelligent, and also with a sense of humor, said to the witch, would you care for a cookie to go with your tea? And the witch said,
cookies, 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 cookies. I love to eat them. I'm going to put some in my socks. I'm going to put them everywhere.
And she took not 1 cookie, not 2 cookies, not 3 cookies, but 43 cookies.
Oh, you're going to save some for later in the socks and the shirt. No, hold on.
As you guessed, the witch never said thank you.
Yeah.
So the princess stood, and the witch sat, and the princess stood, and the witch sat, and the princess stood. And finally the witch said,
hey, princess, I'm having such a good time. I'm going to come back tomorrow.
And she left.
Wow.
She just left. She never said thank you. When the witch got outside, she leaned against a tree. Let's see. And she said,
How come that princess is a princess and I'm a witch? What's the difference?
Well, she just happened to be walking by some of you, and you knew that the answer to the questions was going to be no. So she said,
okay, it must be the pretty dress she wears, right?
And you said, no.
Well, and it must be her beautiful. It must be her beautiful.
I just got mixed up with silly goose. I just,
It must be her beautiful hair.
And you said, no.
It must be because she lives in a castle.
And you said, no. And she said,
okay, what makes her a princess and me a witch? Huh?
Well, just so happens that you had learned a song from me, and you could sing to her this song. It doesn't matter how you wear your hair. It doesn't matter where you live, in a castle or a cave. It doesn't matter what clothes you wear. It only matters that you give to your friends every day. It only matters that you share with your friends in every way. It only matters that you care. The witch said.
Oh, so you're telling me if I'm more kind and caring and sharing, that makes me more like a princess.
And you said, yes. And the witch said,
oh, well, I have some cookies here in my socks. Would you like some of my cookies?
And you said, no, thank you, but it was very kind of you to offer to share. The end.
Whoa.
No, thank you. I like that.
Nice. More than the story, I enjoyed watching you.
I learned that from a wonderful mime. There's a fellow whose name is Mark Jaster is his name, and he'd do a whole thing. He was such a good mime. And he'd have people, like they'd say, make it into, like he'd make it into a horse, or he'd make it into a baby, or then he'd be a witch, and he was with that face, just that anything. Microphones.
Well,
anyway,
it was difficult for me to imagine Val like that.
It's fun. I guess that's why it's fun to do. It's fun to do.
But I understood the contrast.
Good.
That was the message, right?
Yes. We don't really want to be a witch.
Yeah.
But we do. It doesn't matter. Even with you can still be very kind. I found out a long time ago. I was doing a show at a school, and there was a woman in the audience whose face looked like this the entire time. And I thought, I kept trying to make her smile, and it just didn't really work. Well, after the show, she came up to me and said, "That was the best show I've ever seen. That was really, really good. I really enjoyed that."
Wow.
Oh, okay, so I will not pay attention to just that someone's face may be a permanent frown. That doesn't mean that they're unhappy. It was a good learning lesson for me. That's when I started taking my glasses off when I performed. So and now recently I put them on, but now I realize on Zoom they tend to reflect a little bit, and that gets in the way.
Well, I wanted to share how we met. How we met last time. Some of my friends were really curious about how did it all happen. So the story is like we went to the library, me and my clinician, to evaluate a kid, and he was with his mom and his brother.
No, I did not know that.
In the library, Simpson's library, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And then we had 3 hours for evaluation, and he is 5 years old. So I asked my clinician, like, what are we going to do for 3 hours? And this is the first time I went to a library in US, after moving. So I was really excited and curious. So I asked her, can I have some time looking at the books and checking about the membership and stuff like that? She said, okay. Then I came to know that there is some show going on. Okay, and then I told her, how about we go all together and sit and watch this show, and she was like reluctant, like we are here for evaluation and stuff like that, and I don't know how we can manage to be in the show. I said, I was so fixated on that. I said, no, it's for like 30 minutes. I want to really watch it. Let's go together. Let's take the kid and their family, So we know how he's doing socially in a different environment, It will be a good experience and exposure for the child as well. So finally she agreed, and she was not ready to sit with me. She said, no, I am outside and you can sit. I said, no, let's go. And then she was like, Mommy, now you are just being too much. I said, okay, whatever, I just want to watch it. If you sit with me, it'll be more fun for me. You don't watch the show, you observe the child. Let me watch the show. And at last, after 30 minutes, she said, I had a great time. I'm like, see, I already knew something good is happening here. We absolutely enjoyed that show.
And you get to see the child, right? The child was there that you were observing.
Yeah.
Right?
And also we knew something about the case. We explored that the mom wouldn't let the child be, always instructing him to do what is to be done. So that took a different turn, and that was a new thing that we had to work on.
Right, and you wouldn't have seen that in most circumstances.
That's right.
Yes.
So every situation has its own opportunity, and So I'm very happy.
You came to the States not too long before I met you.
What is it?
You came to the United States not too long before I met you at the library.
Yeah, we moved to US in 2019, October. And then it was COVID.
Did I?
Yeah, then it was COVID. Oh my God.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So did you come for your work or your husband's work? Or?
Yeah, my husband, yes.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Living in another country is a difficult thing to do.
It was so, I mean, I don't know. I was not very happy for some reasons, and I was not expecting anything, and everything is just working out.
It's nice. We were talking about the energy.
We met because of that. We met again because of that.
Oh, thank you. Who is the author we were just talking about the other day? Because so many of her stories. Well, I have to look it up again. So she's an Indian author. The Indian author. The middle name is Banerjee. I can't remember the.
Chitra Banerjee. The other day you were talking about.
Yes. And so all her stories, if someone comes to the States, there's that period of just adjustment where it's so different and
expectation. There are too many expectations, yes, and there are too many adjustments. You are right.
Yeah, but the Indian society is so rich with relatives, tradition, and my husband and I often look at each other and say, I think our only tradition in the United States is to not have a tradition. You're just open to everything.
Yeah.
Nothing stays the same.
That's wonderful. That I learned about that, and it is very liberating actually to not fixate on something. You can have your own values, and you can always be open to other values as well. I mean, it's not necessarily that you have to practice, but you can just be there.
And that can go too far that way. I mean, there's always that balance between, tradition and being open to new things, but not going so far to new things that you totally forget the things that are valuable, like, honoring your elders, now that I'm an elder.
Yeah. We always, well, for me, it's always like my roots are very important for me, like from where I belong, what I am learning, what I have carried with me, in my life and my practice and my living, and I try to share with my son, like when my grandma's story, my father's childhood stories, like my mother's childhood stories, and there's a lot to learn about those values and traditions, and I mean, there's always good and bad in everything. We are not perfect, and we are not what do you say, we are not we cannot let go of our bad side, but still we have scope of improvement.
Right. And it's very important to look at yourself and know what your weak points are.
Yeah.
And even bad points. And I could look back at my life, and there are times I just go, oh, did I really do that? And you learn, you grow up.
Yeah.
I would say I'm definitely a better person now than I was at the age of 25. But I was 25 in 1975. So that's when I was just.
I was not born.
The whole hippie thing was 67 to 74, and just all of society just blew up in this country. There were no rules. I have to tell you a great story. When I started college, my freshman year, the curfew was you had to be in at 8 o'clock on a weeknight and 11 o'clock on a weekend night. By the end of my first year of college, there were no curfews.
Wow.
And I keep saying, if there was ever anyone who needed a curfew, it was me. I would have done well with a curfew. They got rid of all those rules, and I thought, okay, no more rules.
Yeah.
Some rules are very good.
Yeah.
Get a lot of sleep. That's a good rule. You know,
Yeah.
don't trust everybody
Yeah.
who comes your way.
Yeah.
It's a good rule.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, let's see.
Yep.
Do I have something I really want to share with you? I want to share Be a Friend with you because
Sure.
this has my grandchildren singing on it.
Please.
So you have to listen to a song. And this, why did this come up? I don't know. Oh, because a friend of mine. Pardon?
Be a friend with me, with your grandchildren?
Yes, it's called Be a Friend. And of course, all of these things are available on Spotify. It's somewhere put my, notice how the lack of any kind of advertising is such a bad business woman.
Yeah.
Anyway, sillygooseandval.com, sillygooseandval.com. You can visit us anytime. And Be a Friend came because my friend Galen Brandt wrote a story about a little pig, and the little pig sang a song that said, if you want to have a friend, then be one. And so I said, Galen, can I use that to write another song? She said, sure, because that's just big. But here we go. Be a friend. If you want to have a friend, then be one. If you want to make a friend, then stand by them and walk with your friend. Talk with your friend. Be with your friend to the end. Decorate your heart with love and friendship. Sharing things with friends will make your life much lighter. Your love will grow and your light will show. And your friends will know you are there for them. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other is gold. Yes, this is a story that's often told. I think it's true. Don't you, Silly Goose, you going to help?
Oh, yeah, I want to help.
This is where you get to be my friend. And you echo.
Let me have my
You
friend
repeat
too.
what I said.
There you go.
If you want to have a friend, then be one. Your turn.
If you want to have a friend, then be one.
Very good. If you want to make a friend, then stand by them.
If you want to make a friend, then stand by them.
And walk with your friend.
Oh, yeah, walk with your friend.
Stay with your friend. Talk with your friend. Be with your friend to the end.
Be with your friend to the end.
Make new friends and keep the old.
One is silver and the other is gold.
Yes, this is a story that's often told.
I think it's true.
Don't you sing with us.
If you want to have a friend, then be one.
If you want to make a friend, then stand by them
And walk with your friend.
talk with your friend. Ride bikes,
Ride bikes with your friend.
play cards with your friend. Stand by your friend through thick and thin. Through thick and thin.
I'll be with your friend to the end. I'll be your friend. Keep your friend. I know my friend.
Okay, isn't that a nice song? I like that.
I'm gonna sit. I have some
like
friends
that.
to play with. I'm gonna play with Snowy.
Oh, you're gonna play with snow. She's gonna play with snow. Oh, if you could look around where I am, it looks very, very pretty behind me. I want you to know everything else in this room is filled with puppets, like floor-to-ceiling puppets. There's even a big dragon here. Yes.
Yeah.
So I want everybody to today try to think of a new friend you could make. Maybe you know someone who needs a friend.
Yeah.
Maybe someone lonely who needs a friend to come and be with them or play cards with them. And what I found is, when you think you don't like somebody very much,
Yeah.
because it's easy to love the people that you are attracted to, but what about people who you're not too fond of? But sometimes if you start caring for someone who needs it, you end up starting to love them.
Yeah.
Even though you may not. There was a dear, my husband's uncle who was a very funny guy. I mean, not funny, peculiar. I did not like him at first, but near the end of his life, I was the only one around who could take care of him. And after about 2 years caring for this difficult fellow, I just began to care for him. I mean, I began to understand him like a child. You know, he just needed love, and he was really a good person. He was a very good person. He was just.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Oh.
I must share this, that my experience. It's been 5 years I am working with kids, and it has helped me to stay in touch with my childhood. It has helped me to just switch my mood from being grumpy to just bring a smile in my face. And I feel fresh every day when I go to see them in school. Every day feels like a new day to me.
That is wonderful.
That is what I feel about working with children. That is my experience.
Yes, I mean, I never thought I was going to like children. When I grew up, I was the youngest of 6. Didn't like children. Never babysat. Grew up. I went to law school. I was a lawyer. Well, I was a musician. Then I was a lawyer, and then I got married. And I was so sure, so pregnant. I was so sure I was going to be the kind of mother who did not connect with her child. I was going to be one of those mothers that was going to take me 6 months. I was sure I was going to go through postpartum. The minute they put that baby in my arms, I just fell in love. And I remember my first thought was, somebody loved me like this? And I didn't look up for like another 2 years, I think. And then I had my daughter, and I didn't know I wanted a daughter either. So then this beautiful girl. Then I found children's music, which is how I ended up being in children's music. But whoa, what a perfect career for me, because I love music, and it turns out I love children. And so every time I look out in that audience and see those darling little faces, and it just lifts me up. Someone once said that a child is God's way of telling you there's hope for the future.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Definitely. And I feel that every day.
Your work is so important.
Sorry?
I mean, your work. Are you doing individual work with children?
Yeah, I visit school. I work for school districts, and then I visit home as well for interventions.
That is so important, and that's hard. What I do is easy compared to that. What I do, I get to do a fun dance, and you can smile and sing, and give me a little relief. We're doing the hard work.
It's challenging. It's challenging.
Yeah. Oh, my heart. But my heart goes to you.
Songs, I have your songs.
Use it any way you ever want. They're yours to do with as you wish.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
I said you can use my songs any way you want to.
Yeah, definitely. I love this song, Love Bugs, and then Be a Friend with Me, and then the Hope song. I loved those songs. And your story, remember last time you read a story to us, that seed with your grandchildren, you were walking and you saw a seed. That was such a nice story. Oh my God. I love it.
We made a video of that. We haven't even bothered to, I haven't released. We have this wonderful animated video of
I'm just wondering if we can do some a story time with you, like for kids,
oh yeah,
I mean, nothing can be better than this. I mean, singing songs, reading them stories, and it helps them a lot. For their social, emotional development, and
yes,
about compassion, learning about compassion, kindness, and seeing a different world, like a world which has which is kind, compassionate, and it gives a positive feeling to them, like hope, hope.
Yeah.
That
Hope
the
is
world
so,
can be a better place.
yeah. The world is sometimes a very, very difficult place. And we are, I have to say, I'm extremely grateful every day.
Yeah, yes.
That I look out my backyard and I see the sun shining on the green grass. And then I think of some children I know in Africa, and I think of Ukraine, and I think of other places where things are not sunshiny. And I don't begin to understand this universe. But all I can do is love.
Yeah, you are doing a great job. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a job, it's a responsibility. It's like you are bringing the change. You are bringing the change.
I would like to think that. I mean, there having been a lawyer, sometimes I think, should I have stayed in law and represented children? And although I did, it was very sweet. A doctor, it was at Johns Hopkins. I was coming in to do some music for children, and he was doing something, and he got out of my way. He says, what you're going to do is more important than what I can do right now. Just thought, how kind of you to say that. How kind of you to say that, because the child didn't need to laugh. Laughter is healthy.
Yeah.
Did you ever read Winnie the Pooh? And there's a story where Tigger's trying to figure out what he does, and he goes everywhere, and he says, "This is what Tiggers do best." And that's what I mean. This is what this Tigger does best. I play and hopefully help people laugh.
So wonderful. Yeah.
Well, I see it's 11:58, and I hear my husband tiptoeing around upstairs. And I'm going to go.
I hear too. Everybody's walking around. Yeah.
So
my son is just back from school. He's having lunch, walking around all over the house.
Oh, how old is he now?
He's 17. He's a senior. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's been visiting colleges, I assume.
Sorry?
He's been visiting colleges.
I think he already finalized. Like we already, yeah. It's all done.
Good. Done. Okay. Well, I'm going to bid you farewell and take care of my boy upstairs.
I think we should talk about story time. Having story time with you.
Yes. Well, call me. You mean a live story time with some of your children in your area, or online?
Let's talk about that. Let's plan about that.
Okay. New plan. I'm going to go relax.
Okay. No, we both have to talk. We will talk because it's a great way of giving back, giving back to the society, community, parents and children mostly. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So do you want to do a last song and then we wrap up? Or how is it?
Okay. Oh, I want to do Owl Moon. Did I ever do the Owl Moon for you?
No.
It's a lovely song. I love this song. It's again written by someone else. Bruce O'Brien. Here we go. Owl Moon. Oh, under a shining owl moon. We've got to be quiet. Under a shining owl moon. Yes, you've got to be quiet. Under a shining owl moon. Yes, you got to be quiet. Oh, you got to be quiet. Under a shining owl. Make your own heat with your hands.
Let me stand.
You got to make your own heat under a shining owl moon. You got to make your own heat under a shining owl moon. You got to make your own heat, and you got to be quiet. Under a shining moon. You gotta be brave. Yes, you got to be brave. Under a shining moon. Yes, you got to be brave. Under a shining moon. Yes, you got to be brave. You gotta make your own heat, and you got to be quiet. Under a shining hope. You gotta have hope. Oh, you got to have hope. Under a shining moon. Yes, you got to have hope. Under a shining moon. Yes, you got to have hope. And you got to be brave. You got to make your own heat. And you got to be quiet. Under a shining That is such a lovely song by Bruce O'Brien.
Awesome.
I just immersed. Lives up in Michigan. Okay.
I know. I want to also say that I loved your singing and the shrill in your voice. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was awesome.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for spreading love, joy, and friendship for Valentine's Day. We hope.
Great. And you. Yep. Well, I'm going to go eat my lunch. This girl's hungry.
Yeah, same. Have a good lunch.
Okay.
Have a good day. Take care. Be happy. Thank you so much. Hopefully, we'll see you again.
Yes.
Love
Peace
you.
to you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Love you.